Yo, what's good? Okay. It's Thursday, March 3, 10:34 p.m. I just got done watching the Batman. Yeah. This reaction review will be the same as my Spider-Man one. So no moving around that little nigga. No cool edits. Just a black screen and some pics. A little talk before my initial thoughts. So I'm sure some of y'all just like me mess with Batman. I mean, he's not my fave, but I recognize his game. Just like I'm not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, but I see his greatness. Not a big fan of Jay-Z, but I'm a now and then listener. Not a big fan of Audis, but they're still cool as fuck. Fuck Denny's.
What did he say?
Batman is such a phenomenal character, and his stories and just people around him and events around him are sensational. He got hella media content like games. I know you mess with this shit. The Dark Knight trilogy is very iconic. You either tune into this or this. Either way, his animated films are pressure. Like, for real. Yeah, do got some problems. Like, dog, if your options keep breaking out of prison and they still doing evil shit, murk them. God damn. I know this is your rule and not to kill them, but there's so many BS, like, just fucking murk. Sometimes he's a vigilante, and sometimes he's a god. And sometimes he's both the internet's biggest enemy, being rich and white. And sometimes he's really horny. But all in all, he top 10. He top 10. So the film, first of all, this movie felt like it took so long to drop because, first of all, the COVID, and they were doing like promos early, and it felt like very slowed up to like the release date. What made it worse, the film looked like I already watched it and it's in my top 5. I mean, the main trailer is like my favorite trailer of all time. That little music they keep playing, that's Ox Valley. Was I a little worried about the film before I watched it? Yeah, cause DC's ass, but they improved though. Alright, enough. The Batman. So in this movie, it's about Batman at his early stage of his career, where he's trying to straighten up Gotham, right? But most people don't mess with him, especially the police. But they need his help because they need to stop the Riddler. I could say this film is very different from other Batman films, because this shit is a detective crime film. Not no Inspector Gadget, no Scooby-Doo, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Nancy Drew, Atlantis, I don't know. All I'm saying, it's on some dark, brutal mystery shit, and I like that. Cause Batman is a detective. He looks for clues and solve and beat people's ass. And indeed, he does this in this movie. Oh my god! I think this is my favorite Batman for right now. Robert Pattinson as Batman was a classic performance. Yet, I had a problem with him when they announced he was gonna play Batman. Okay. The Twilight nigga?
Really, nigga?
I don't know, man. For me, Twilight had a chokehold on this generation, but it works out. He made a memorable performance, violent as fuck, and dark. Even though Batman is that guy, and he got all the gadgets, he's smart as fuck, he's badass, he boxed niggas and put a beating on them. Crazy part, he's Batman for most of the film. Yeah, whole uniform. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps, my fault. His Bruce Wayne performance is cool, but sometimes I feel like his two identities are very alike. Like Batman and Bruce Wayne are supposed to be somewhat different. Bruce has like a rich playboy personality, and Batman is Batman. But in this film, they're like just in one. So instead of Bruce being like a playboy man type of dude, he talked like he's in uniform, like kind of gothic. And he's very distant by people because his parents got slide on, but it's all good. Also, best Batman suit. Also, he has a nice ass voice. It's not like the Dark Knight is like, where's the drugs, nigga? Not like that. In this film, he's been like Batman for like 2 or 3 years. So he's not a rookie, but he's more like John Morant. So no origin story. So no pew pew pew, parents pack. But they play a role in the story. So yeah, amazing Batman, cool Bruce Wayne. But these other characters, man, oh my god. Commissioner Gordon works well with this Batman, and I love their duo. The police department despised this motherfucker, but he said, he's alright. The Riddler is fucking terrifying. I know some of y'all don't mess with the costume, but it needs to be like that because he's really a menace. You don't want to make him like comic accurate and you make him do these horrible shit, even though he shows a little personality of his original character, wacky and funny, but he's still gritty as a motherfucker. I like how he's like a Zodiac killer based villain. He makes me creeped out, he makes me uncomfortable, and I kind of like it. Penguin is a pimp. He played a good as Don, a mob king. That's all I gotta say. Alfred was nice, and you know Catwoman. Oh my god. Yeah, she a nice looking lady, but I like her performance as a character. I didn't give a fuck about that white salmon from Dark Knight Rises, and sure, I don't give a fuck about Halle Berry. This is my Catwoman, alright? She's cool as fuck, and man, I definitely hated seeing her with Batman. It should have been me, but they're a really good duo. and the Transformer guy in this bitch. The best part of this film for me is the cinematography and the shots in this movie. I'm definitely a sucker for good visuals in movies. Gotham look nice. The way how scenes just look amazing. The aesthetic of the films. Damn it. Y'all got me saying aesthetic like I'm a white woman on Instagram. Especially in action scenes where you see some badass shit. Like that Batmobile chase scene in the trailer. It's probably my favorite Batman scene. I even called it when I saw this shit in the trailer. It got me thinking I should get a muscle car and put a rocket on that bitch. Yeah, it's PG-13, but this shit is borderline. And it also has like a horror movie feel. The impacts of getting hit, I felt everything. I'm telling you, Batman is a brutal, greedy motherfucker. I'm not jaywalking. I'm not talking back to my teacher. Never using pirate sites. I will be nice as possible if this motherfucker is real. Cause this combo wombo boxing shit he do is frightening. This nigga got me saying frightening like I'm an old woman. I was so intrigued with the story and how well written it is. And just as a whole, it's an enjoyable plot. The movie is 3 hours, but I like it so much it felt shorter to that. But I like how it's like a long movie, so it stretched out the plot. I ain't got no flaws right now. I just, I need to talk more. I need to talk more, bro. I can't stop thinking about this film. The hype is real. So I'm just gonna do a spoiler part right here. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch that shit and come back. So yeah. I'm just thinking about the Riddler. He was just playing Batman for the whole film, and the only time they were in like a room together was him getting locked up. And that was his plan. That's fucked. And the only time they were interacting was there and him FaceTiming him. Or him on like IG Live, I think. I wouldn't say taunting. He was just like giving like bits. But to me, that shit is playful. That's foul, bro. But Batman was calm. He just answered the riddles, get them correct, and play the game. And it's crazy because I don't think he got touched by Batman. He told him the truth about his parents and almost murked Alfred. I love the corruption story of this film. This Falcon dude, but I'm just gonna call him the Transformer guy. That's why I seen him. That's why I saw in the film just him. It's not a disrespect to him. He did a good performance on this bitch. He played a really good second antagonist. And I like the club setting, the Batcave, and the mansion. Those are good settings. But the club setting is just, it's a nice feeling. A nice feeling where a lot of people get beat up by Batman or do drugs. This city is corrupt, man. I love the dialogue with Batman. Like when he's commentating during the movie or just when he's like talking in the movie. Like he got some bars. It's not just a single, it's a warning.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
There's some unintentionally funny moments. Like that scene where Gordon told Batman to just punch him and get away. And he punched him and the whole unit is like coming after him like... I don't know. It was funny for me. Some people try to like talk like they're in like the Goodfellas. I don't know. I just think it's just Gotham just have like a New York like style to it. I don't know. Some of it just sound like really goofy and I kind of like it. I want to express my love for this Batmobile scene, bro. I don't know. When the Batmobile just made an appearance, man, it just goosebumps. Goosebumps. Even Batman's like first appearance in the film. That shit is... Ooh. I don't know, just him just coming out that shadow and those dudes just looking at him. He's like, "What the hell are you, bro?" And he just like, "I'm that nigga." And it, I like how Batman just outsmart these police people and they hate on him. They hate on him and Gordon is like, "Hey, bro, he cool. Even though it doesn't show it, Batman is a little nervous with Selina, bro. I can tell. I don't know how to explain it, but his Nirvana ass is telling him, "Oh, you got cats." Shut the hell up. In the end, she helped Selina. She was going through her mom's death. She found out her girlfriend got murked by Falcon, who also killed her mom. And Batman stopped that. He said no killing. For me, murk that nigga. But Riddler did his thing, so he popped him. Which let him just turn himself in, kinda. But Batman found out the game is not over. Which wasn't, because Riddler just bombed Gotham. Not like just bomb like Al-Qaeda or something like that shit. But, he blew up the flood thing, Majiggy. The dams, I think. And then... surfs up. But that don't stop there. Because the Riddler, he got some followers. He went on his little Twitch. His fan base just trying to murk the mayor. And it fails because Batman came in. Bow, 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 bow. I know I'll be gaslighting Batman, but he gets some like few hits on him. And, he's not perfect. But, he still get the job done. Beat out the followers. this amazing scene where he stopped the lightning coming into the water that is flooded in the little stadium, and him just having a flare and he's just helping people out, and that's a fucking beautiful scene. My goodness, this is a beautiful movie. At the end, he helped the people, really has a little mental breakdown little scene, and then the Joker appear, just out of the blue. You're just saying, hey man, cheer up, man. We all got some losses. We're gonna have a comeback, you feel me? In the sequel, bro. And yeah, I just did a little breakdown. I want to stop right here. I'm sorry, I said I want to talk more, but I'm a little fucking tired, man. I would say this film is one of the most enjoyable films I've seen. To the people of this film, to the amazing cinematography, and a lot more. But I'm sure my opinion could change any day, but at this moment, I'm glad I saw this film. And I guess the big question, is it better than The Dark Knight? Is it better than No Way Home? Is it better than every superhero film? Is it better than Pursuit of Happiness? I don't give a fuck. Just appreciate the film. Not from who's better. We will see in the later years, because this shit is getting a sequel, a spin-off, and they're making their own Batman universe. So, I'd like y'all to stay tuned. Alright? Alright.